Hello and welcome, everyone. Nichols. 1 second.
Get out of the green screen. Go.
Damn it, cat. He's gonna knock that thing over on me and you won't be able to tell until I'm screaming. Okay, so some stuff has happened since the last time I was streaming. We have defeated the bosses. I haven't done the Overseer here yet. I have in the past, but not on this try on the island. So I've got a lot of stuff. Thanks to my new tech armor. After several boss fights, and I do mean several, I've gotten enough materials and equipment to make a hover skiff. I went to single player and tamed a couple of things from Lost Island. I brought in my harvester from Genesis 2 because they're just way too convenient not to have now that I've got tech equipment. Why is Falcor Jr.? I'll take him back to Nathan's house. Let's see, I bet it's this side of the teleporter. Oh, it's facing the other way. Oh, he moved it. Yeah, he had it in a different spot. It has since moved. Actually, it's close up to his house. So that's the hidden valley. That's the dino garage, mining area, green obelisk for boss fights, the tech cave, and then the place I go to collect silica pearls. Planning on adding a few more stops. I ran out of gas. That was enough to get half of it. I'll put 2 gas in there. So, let's see here. Take a look at some of the critters I brought in. Make this go away because it's annoying. Oh, there's Troodon. These are my Dinopithecus. They are baboons. They're quite large. I jump real high. They're supposed to be able to grab onto cliffs. Not quite sure how that works. Still haven't figured that out. Maybe it's... Nope. X changes ammo type. Well, here. I'll just do this. Let me just... Where is my cursor? 1 second. Let's do that. Sorry, I've got passwords on here. Beagle, can you go away for a second? The dog's sniffing my foot. Oh, that's why. There we go. Grenades. And... come on. Catch up, phone. Okay, so we'll just do this. And that. So, actually... let me pull up the page for this guy. There it is. It's Control does that. So you can throw a regular grenade. There it is. Or you can throw an infested grenade, which I think is a combination of the two. Yep. Oh, that looked gross. Oh, there it is. So if you jump, and then you hit the jump button again, you'll climb. Hello, Dodo. Dodo did not like that. Caught a tree. Oh. Interesting. Climb up and down trees. Got several critters around here. The Dino Garage. Oh, Nathan did have a second. Can you... There we go. Wouldn't let me hop off. It's a little choppy. He did have a second Aberrant Psycho. Or they both... Or Psycho. Sarco. Oh, but they're both females. Well, there's my army of Therizinos. T-Rex army. He brought Reptar out. Got a lot of chop around here right now. It's not normally the case. So I don't really have a way to get anywhere but here. So flingy up. This will be a place you can park birds. I've got codes so you can open and close it without any issue. And the way down. Back here, I have a little platform. So you come up this waterside access. You can also sit here and fish if you like. Also, if you didn't notice, you can dye your HLNA. I didn't know that. I did. And now I have a sweet looking red and black one. At least the, I don't know the, I think dye the regular one, but this is the little skin one you get for having Genesis. See, the little mini HLNA skin. Interesting. So you can just swipe on poo and ooh. See if I can lead my shot at all. Take out that Dimorphodon. Come on. No. Not gonna worry about it. That's the Dinopithecus. They got a pretty big pack boost, and you can do a battle cry. We'll rally other ones around it. This is the Amargasaurus. Kind of like they're a support area denial weapon. Do just a little neck spiky attack. Doesn't do much. But if you aim, you can fire its neck spikes. They have different settings. These are armor destroying spikes, so they'll, you know, tear armor apart. Is it C? I don't know how I killed the coelacanth, but okay. It's got heat spikes, which will set enemies on fire when they set foot in them. It doesn't automatically set them on fire, but the more spikes you have down, the more the effect hurts, the more it causes a problem. And then there's cold spikes, which will freeze enemies. Ah, it won't do it underwater. If you fire one at the exact same spot, it will reset the timer on the one that you threw down. So, I'll give you an example. These do not get pack bonuses or anything like that, but They're cool to have. I got 2 of them, so that way we can breed them. You actually have to make the saddle by ripping some of their spikes out. You can see when I used some of the spikes, they have since broken. See how they snapped off? I'll regrow. You can actually just take spikes off and it'll grow back. You can use them you have to have them to craft the saddle, but you can also put them inside of a sap tap to make it produce faster. I think it will also produce more. Is that what it said? Yeah, speed and quantity. So those are the 2 critters from what's it called? Lost Island that you haven't seen yet, because I've done the Sonoma crops. There's my tech hover skiff. I'll take a little tour. Oh, okay, hello. This is what I've been working on over here, is my aqua base. I think Nathan is here, or he was. His bird was here. His owl. Ah, he has been here. He's been busy. He's got a tech saddle for one of his megalodons. This is my landing spot here. Okay, didn't park exactly like I wanted. So he made a tech saddle for his megalodon. He left his glider buddy here. It's the ready room. Made scuba gear for everybody. Not that those of us who have completed... Let's see, me, my wife, and Nathan have all done it, so we all have tech gear, so we have scuba gear. That is awesome and lets us see underwater. This will be the cage area. You see here, you got Behemoth Gate, so we can move creatures in and out. Oh my goodness. Nathan. Do you even have any food in this guy? No? I swear. And I know there's not any in the feeding trough because I didn't put any food in the feeding trough yet. Dang it. Don't tell me he left them mating. Sage and cilantro. Okay, good. He did disable mating on cilantro. No, there's some fish in here. At least he did that. What about in this one? He didn't put any in this one, and that's the one that's got the most range for what he needs. Alright, don't worry, we'll take care of that. Come on, cilantro. Let's go get your baby some food. The reason I like the Basilosaurus is this jellyfish coming over here can't do anything to us. They'll hurt, but they won't knock me off the saddle and stun my critter. See? Come on, what you got, Jilly? Get some biotoxin. I also need some ammonite bile so I can make some more. It's loud under here. That's better. I didn't do basil because that feels just, you know, feels too easy. Spoil time on that bad boy. 1 day, 8 hours. Nice. Good job, Sage. No, it's cilantro. Sage is over here. Cilantro was my first one. Hello. How are you? How goes it? Mind of Tana. Doing well? Yeah, it's been, I hadn't been able to stream as much as I normally have been either, just because work. We're down to 2 full-time maintenance techs. And we just got our pool certified to open, so that's awesome. But now they're basically talking about making us having to work a whole bunch more to cover all that. So it's just been, I've been on call every other week. We're bringing a 3rd person in to the on-call rotation, so I'll be able to sort of pull back on that and focus a little more on streaming. I won't be as tired. I won't get pulled away as much. In fact, I'm on call right now, so at any point during the stream my phone could ring and I'll have to stop because I'll have to go fix something for somebody. Be it a clogged toilet. Ugh. It's because half the time those aren't even really clogged. It's just somebody doesn't know what they're doing. They're like, I don't understand how my toilet works. Did he park here and just... Nathan. I swear. Yeah. The last we were talking about it, we found out today that we would be able to open the pool. And basically they said... Oh, nope, those eggs disappeared. We got enough tech Rexes anyway. Basically, they told us that it's going to have to be... whoever's on call, that's what we thought it was going to be. Whoever was on call would come in and do the pool stuff. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. It, in fact, looks like it's going to go... the only 2 people that can handle it are me and another guy, because we're the only 2... certified pool operators on the property. So that would mean that what will happen is we'd have to come in on the weekend and test the pool and open it. And the pool's supposed to open at 9 right now. That might change. They were wanting us to do it at 8, but if you add chemicals to the pool, you're supposed to let it sit for about a half hour before you let people in it. So, I mean, that can't work. So that means getting up and coming into work at 8 o'clock on a Saturday just to test the pool chemicals, add chemicals as needed in preparation for the day, and then coming back and closing it at the end of the day. Yeah, don't really want to do that, because that kind of sucks. But we don't know that that's exactly how it's going to work out, so we're trying to get that sorted. So this is the, is it the mini mech? What's it called? Exo mech. Does combat, not very great for it. Just do, ooh, punchy punch. You can jump like a champion. Watch this. Ready? I can do this. And now I can tell my Dodicarus here. There he goes. Basically turns the game into a real-time strategy game. Come here. I think you can even do, like, follow this guy. But let me do this. Oh god, that's dangerous. I don't want to do that. Deselect. Yeah, it's rough when you start out. If I right click, I can change to carry mode, so I can do this. Look at that! Now I can pick stuff up. I can go, you know what? You actually belong right there. Or I can do this. Oops. I've sucked it up. Now it's in my inventory. And I can do this. You can pick it up. You can move it around. This thing is awesome. When I'm done playing on the island here, I'm sucking up the tech replicator, my dedicated storages, my furnace, and my forge, and just not that, but probably like these guys and the chemistry benches and the cryo fridges. I'm sucking them up and sticking them in the obelisk, and we're taking them to Fjordur. I probably won't stream that. It'll just be you know, me and my friends playing, because I mean we don't really get to do all that much with it right now anyway. Me and my wife got on and played last weekend. We did the bosses, and Nathan hopped on. What the hell is that? Oh, my wife was getting something in the microwave. I started clang, 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 clang. It's like, Jesus, what was that? Let's see. So we did the bosses. I've got... Let's come over here. Go to my pearl collection spot. Yeah, Ark is a big game to wrap your head around. I'll tell you this. I forgot I put turrets out here. Oof. I was like, huh? Oh, hello HLNA. Let's see. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. Here you go. Check that guy out. That's Nooblets. That's a list of his how to play Ark playlist. Some of that stuff in there is old, but I mean, this dude is he's the Ark guy. He's got some of the best builds I've ever seen. Like, he does a lot of prep, a lot of testing. Test until your eyes bleed, basically. Uh-oh. Fireplace ran out of fuel. I've got this spot up here, which is just a place to, like, land things. So that way if you're flying a bird in, or, you know, I'm on my hover skiff and I'm coming over here, I can park. Scuba gear, which I don't need now, but I can do this. And I can use my tech bridge to come down here. And then all these delicious silica pearls are hanging out here, just ready for me to snatch them up. There's a ton of them around. So the problem is, if I do this, look how gross this water looks. The tech helmet, really. Well. It did really clear the water up, so I took my hat off under it. Probably made a mistake. Probably broke that. I don't know that it's supposed to do that, but boy, does it make the water clear sometimes. Close that off. Here, I'll go back and I'll show you. I've got a bunch of stuff. So, from the base game, Ark, and the island map, I have Tech Rexes, regular T-Rexes, Argentavis. I've got some Mesopithecus, which are just little monkey guys. What's up? These are all named after members of the band The Monkees, because they are the monkeys. Some of my personal favorites are the Stegosaurus over there. It's a real good one for harvesting. Triceratops is a good one for harvesting too. You can tame a couple of these guys, the Dilophosaurus, and have them follow you around. Then you just kind of have them trail behind you. You get attacked by something big, you'll probably lose a few of them. Or, like, you know, you get attacked by some raptors. Raptors are good if you can get a pack of them together. You really, really need to have one of these guys. The Doedicurus. They gather stone. Like nothing. Yes, Charlie. We have had an army of both compies at one point and an army of turtles. Turtles actually, surprisingly, a lot of health, and they do a fair amount of knockback. So if you get something about mid-size attacking it, it can, if you time your attacks right, it can push back, and the thing won't ever be able to really land a hit on it, so you can just kill it. In fact, turtles are kind of key for, they're kind of key for taming a squid, because they've got such a high health pool, and they don't take a lot of damage. You can just swim them down to the bottom. They don't have oxygen. You let the squid grab it. You have a couple of others in reserve, and they'll just attack it, and then you feed the squid black pearls, and then it becomes your friend. So, Doedicurus, very important. The Triceratops is good at it. The Stegosaurus, they've changed recently. Now, when you use the Stego, it's hard to see in the very top right of my screen. Let me see. This isn't my Stego, it's Nathan's. Health, we'll do stamina, and movement speed. Why not? So you see, sort of... Is my mouse showing up on the screen? I'm going to do that. If I do tab, the mouse on the screen? Come on, catch up. No, it's not. Okay, so in the up by my health in the top right of my screen, you see there's a little icon up there. You can change if you're on console. I'll get to that in a second. If you're on console, I think it's clicking the right stick. Yeah, clicking left stick is sprint. It'll change your setting. So there's the hardened plate, which makes your dino more defensive. It won't take as much damage. I believe it's also good at harvesting wood. There's the heavy plate. Then there's the sharpened plate. Sharpened plate will help you gather a lot of berries. I haven't done a lot of research on the different types. That's something they added from the TLC, one of the recent TLC patches. Wolf, great. Wolves are dangerous. They're very difficult to tame just because usually there's a big pack of them. But if you get something swift, like an Argentavis, something big and can fly, you can just swoop in and scoop one and go drop it somewhere and try to tame it away from its pack. It'll be nibbling on you the whole time, so. Yeah, and they get a pack bonus, so they're pretty good. This is my Argentavis, Sammy Tavis Jr. I also have Ron Burgundy down here. I'll show you that one. I have carried over some of my dinos and critters from other versions of the game. So, like, these are from the Lost Island, the second newest map. The newest one is Fjordur. I personally prefer the Argentavis to most flyers. If you want a fast bird, the Pteranodon is a really good one to get. The reason I like the Argentavis is it generally holds more. It's, now mind you, I've buffed my server settings, so don't pay attention to a lot of that. But more importantly, the Argentavis is a smithy on the go, so you can craft bigger, more important things. Let me change back to my armor here.
LNA is ready to explore.
Okay, so now I'm back in my riot gear, which is what I was using beforehand. So I'll grab Intruder. You can hold jump. Then on the PC you can press C. And you've got a glider. You can press X. And you've got an organic parachute. So you can reach new heights. This guy here is from Extinction. This is Predator. It is an owl, clearly, but it does this. It's got heat vision, so you can pick stuff out. It also, like the griffins from Ragnarok, and I think they're on Lost Island too. They may be on Fjordur. I don't know where everything is. I haven't played those two maps. You can dive bomb, which makes you go faster, and it's silent. The griffin makes like a swooshing noise. Standard attack. You can land, and oh no, your Dilophosaur has taken damage. You can do this, and it will heal you, it, and creatures stuck in the freeze area. It sucks down stamina pretty good, so you got to be careful with that. There used to be a thing you could do, because the snow owl actually doesn't produce feces like the other animals do. Some of them act a little weird. It's like the snow owl doesn't make feces. It makes owl pellets. So let me see if... Which I don't think I can do that. It'll just every now and then go, bleh, and then an owl pellet will show up, and it has, I think, 40,000 nitrogen, which is the most of anything that you can put in a crop plot, with the exception of fertilizer. So out of all the dino feces that you could use for, like, making a farm, you want to use that, unless you're making fertilizer somewhere. I'm going to put my tech armor back on. Oh, before I do that, I've got my Microraptor, and I like having them. They're neat. They don't do anything. They just hang out on your shoulder. They'll attack from your shoulder. I just think it's funny to have a huge bird like that. I have been playing Ark since it was early access on the PC. Like, and when I say early access, I mean, like, the only map was the island, and there wasn't a lot you could do on it. They were still adding dinosaurs into the game, and, like, opening the map up at the time. So I've been playing it for a long time. I've been off and on, but I've also consumed a lot of information on the game. This is actually one of my... I named this one after one of my viewers who polled. This is an otter. And if I come over here, I'll show you if I check my inventory here. So you can see my armor is pretty redonkulous because this is Ascendant level riot gear. My hypothermal insulation is 1,169. So, you know, I can stand the cold pretty well. My hyperthermal insulation is 275. So if it's really hot, it's not good. I'll feel if it's really hot way faster. But if I pick up my otter here, otters provide you with insulation. So, hanging out there. You see here now, my hyperthermal insulation is 804. My hypothermal is 2,315. And if you... Oops, that was way too fast. Orbit camera. If you check their inventory here, the way you increase that stat is by increasing their melee damage. So they'll be able to provide you with more insulation. From Genesis, this is either Genesis 1 or 2, I don't remember which one it's from. If I do this, I can access cameras I've placed. So this is my friend Nathan's house, and he's gotten on and moved. He's hanging out at his house now. I put a camera here so I could check and see if he's online or not. Which sounds really creepy, but fun fact, I'll show you. We'll tab around. This is the penguin's nest. Another friend's house. This is the north gate. So this is one of my gates here. In that direction is the dinosaur storage garage. But you can do this and you'll get your... It'll do the same kind of scan thing as the tech helmet does. So it'll check and see if there's hostile enemies or hostile creatures or anything like that. It does night vision, and it does the night vision and the scan. So you can kind of see a little easier. Plus, I think you can speak through it. Just your regular house, Charlie. And again, that's just to see if you guys are in your house. So I'm like, are they online? I can just check. I know I could open the tribe tab, but I also wanted to see how far away I could put them. And Nathan's house is pretty far. I could put one... let me exit here.
I'm HLNA, your holographic guide.
Shut up. I know who you are. Let me open the map here. So the blue obelisk is... You see that mountain between 20 and 30 latitude? Where I am, you can put a camera on like about halfway up that mountain from here. You can put them pretty far. I was just wondering how far away you could put them.
HLNA reporting for adventure.
That's fine, you can do that. What else do I have? I've got several other utility dinos. You're going to need a lot of metal. And I mean a lot of metal. Like a lot of metal. You're also going to need... you're going to need a lot of gunpowder. So you're going to need flint and stone. So the Doedicurus collects stone. This guy over here. I named Kiss because Detroit Rock City. And, you know, he picks up rocks. I actually have one that I have named No Moss because they can turn into a ball and roll. And, you know, a rolling stone gathers no moss. See? So, No Moss is what I named my usual one. And this was Blue Ball. This is, I think this was Charlie's, and he tamed a different one and gave it to Nathan. No, that's what it was. He bred Blue Ball and No Moss and got Lil Moss Ball, is what he named it. They're pretty good. The Parasaur is a fairly good early game tame, because you can do this. You can enable turret mode. What it will do is its head will glow yellow, and if... We'll have to move around a little bit. What, are you stuck? Are you trapped on the other parasaur, or is your inventory full? I don't know what's happening with you. Whatever. I'm going to disable that. What it'll do is if a hostile creature gets within a certain distance of it, if you get within a certain if hostile creatures get within a certain distance, or hostile players, it will go ping, and it will go, it'll give you a notification if you're nearby the parasaur. So you can sort of set them up around your house, and you can use them to see if there's anything dangerous coming. No, I have not found Patrick yet, Nathan. I don't know if he died and just went, eh. Or I don't know. Right. Utility dinos. Ankylosaurus is a requirement. You need them to collect flint, and you need them to collect metal. They're the best gatherers of flint, you know. This is Piggly Wiggly. This is a Daedon. Their special ability is they eat a bunch of food in their inventory, and they can heal dinos in its area. So they're good for boss fights and stuff like that, so that way you can use them to make sure that your other dinosaurs stay alive. Underneath, right here, I've got... So this is storage for blueprints, varying types and such. These are here just so I can open it and throw all of my stuff in it. That way I can transfer large amounts of items between. These are dung beetles. Dung beetles are very important for farming. You get a dung beetle, and the way you tame it is they're passive tame, so you don't attack them in any way. And you just put poop of any size, human, small, medium, or large, in your last slot of your hotbar. So in my 0 slot all the way on the right, you walk up to it and it will say press E to feed it food, or Y, or whatever the button is for you. So you'll feed it and then it will tame. You know, depending on your server settings, or if you're playing on official settings, you'll have to do it a few times. And then you set it to wander. You put it in a wooden cage. You fill its inventory with poop, and it gives you fertilizer and oil. So, very good for farming. Otherwise, you have to put poop and thatch in a box and just wait. There you go. These are beer barrels. You put thatch and berries in it, and it makes beer over time. Again, the crystal wyvern. Yes, there's several passive tames. In fact, those guys are. And some tames are just weird. Bees. I've got beehives here. You can tame bees, and you have to do it passively too. So you find a beehive and you destroy it, and then when the queen comes out, you have to have consumed bug repellent, and it's best if you wear ghillie armor. You put rare flowers in your last slot. You can use kibble. I think it's simple kibble. And you just walk up to it and you feed it, and then it tames. And when it's following you, you just pick it up. Then you get a beehive in your inventory and you can place it. You don't have to put them anywhere, except you have to place them on the ground. You can't put them on foundations or anything. But if you open, I'll show you. If I open the beehive, you see I've taken some damage here. It takes a percentage of your health. But if you're wearing ghillie armor, or I think if you've just consumed bug repellent, or if you use hazard gear from Aberration, it doesn't do that. A lot of my honey spoiled. There we go. This guy, I'll get to that guy in a minute. Important tames for breeding. So if you notice, all these animals here have like little egg symbols flashing on them. That's because I tamed an Oviraptor. This one is named Sunny Side Up. I also have Cheesy Scrambler, and I think Eggs Benny or something like that. I don't remember. These are hostile tames, so they're not hostile creatures. You just shoot them with tranquilizers until they pass out. Honey, you need it for different things. You can throw it on the ground to lure omnivorous creatures, so like bears, anything that would eat more than one thing. Usually I think bears just eat meat in the game, but for carnivores and stuff like that, you can throw honey on the ground and it will lure them to it. More importantly, though, it's used in different recipes. You have to use it to make sweet vegetable cake. I think the recipe for that is fiber, sap, giant bee honey, I think rock carrot and savo root.
That's bigger than I thought.
Would you hush? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people. Yeah, so you use it for that. That's cool. Yeah, but that's what you use honey for. I'm going to wait a second before I go over some of this stuff. Yeah, but that's what honey's for, Nathan. Actually, here. I'll take a quick second. And I'll tell you everything you can use it for. Let me pull my laptop up here. So, you can eat it, and it will give you food. You need it for sweet vegetable cake and extraordinary kibble. So yeah, that's basically what it's for. And sweet vegetable cake, you need to tame like snails. I don't want to scan a QR code. Go away. I don't want that. Stop it. Sweet vegetable cake is made by, and it looks like honestly, it looks kind of like a Hostess cake. The ones with the squiggle icing on it. It's made out of 2 bee honey, 4 sap, 2 carrots, 2 corn, 2 potatoes, 4 stimulant, 25 fiber, and some water. And that makes that. An extraordinary kibble is special eggs. So that's like all the eggs you can steal. So Crystal Wyvern, Deinonychus, Maywing, Magmasaur, Rock Drake, Void Wyvern, Wyvern Egg, and the other ones are the Golden Hesperornis Egg, which is the only way you could make it before. You had to tame a Hesperornis, which is a little bird guy, and you had to send him to attack fish. And after they killed and ate 5 fish, they would lay 1 egg. The other thing you can do, though, is tame a Eutyrannus and get a mating pair, and Eutyrannus eggs count. So that's easier. You need 1 special egg, so any of those eggs I listed, 5 fiber, a giant bee honey, a Lazarus chowder, and a Mijo berry. That is what you need all that stuff for. 1 second, I'm thirsty. Okay. Charlie asked me if I big brothered his house too. I think Tabitha came through here and removed all of the penguins' traps. If she didn't get them all, she came pretty close. Oh, the Eternal Flame has gone out. There's a Triceratops stuck on the path. P. Terry and the Gift of Flight. You guys are good. Duchess, how's your... Yeah, you're all set. You're all good. Windows 7. How'd you get stuck back here? Oh yeah, so the other thing about the place I collect pearls, in addition to this little shack, which is just a little defensive position, you can fall back to if need be. In addition to that, and in a place to collect silica pearls, is right next to this. This is the snow cave, or the ice cave. This bastard is treacherous. I mean, it is vicious. Here, I'll just give you a sneak peek. Stuff will get stuck right here at the entrance. Crap, 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 crap. And because the levels are so high on my animals, I have the difficulty turned up. I think 270 something is the highest I've seen. Maybe 272 ever. I mean, some of these creatures are 450. We tried to do the tech cave. I'm talking stuff was level 1116. I mean, look, there's bears, there's wolves. Anglerfish, these badgers that hide in the ground and attack you, I think they're called Perlovia. Yetis? Literally Yetis. That's enough here. That cave goes on for a ways. Brutal. Some of the worst ones, though, are that one's one of the worst. But the two underwater caves, the Caverns of Lost Hope and the Caverns of Lost Faith, oof, those are dangerous too. Close. missed that one. I killed the wolf. That's the Hesperornis right there. You tame them by bringing them a fish and letting them eat it out of your hand, basically. Kind of like an otter. Taming is simple weight. Anyway, back to the house. Oh, that's Nathan's house. Now for breeding dinosaurs, important thing here. Ooh. You can use Dimetrodons. They do the same thing as the otter, but they do it in an area. So right here, if I check, well, I'm wearing the tech armor, which gives me insulation as well. But these guys work like organic air conditioners. And air conditioners in this game don't work like an air conditioner. When I hear air conditioning, I think cool a room down. But these actually work like electric heat pumps. They provide insulation to an area. So they'll actually cool the area and they'll heat it up. They'll keep it at like a temperature, basically. They provide insulation against the cold and against the heat. So the more air conditioners you have down, the more it does that. So you make a horseshoe shape, you throw an egg in it, and bam, there you go. Hatching. This is from Genesis 2. This is an egg incubator. It sits at a temperature. Right now it's set to 33 degrees, which is perfect for hatching Rexes, tech Rexes specifically. But, other things have different temperatures, so you can adjust the temperature, raise it, and lower it. That way, it works a little better. The Oviraptor, if it's within range of an egg that's hatching, it actually increases the chance for twins and triplets. Doesn't do it by a lot, but it does. Also, unicorns do that. There are unicorns in the game. I'm not making that up. 1 unicorn spawns for the map. It's a rare spawn. We've already been here. I don't need to do that right now. I'll park this over here. Just gonna show off my guy here. Landing struts deployed. This is a tech strider. You can link them with a tech dedicated storage box. It's about to get dark. What time is it? Teleport real quick to the mining area. The tech strider also acts as a spawn point. The bed on it is named after the bed, or after the name of the tech strider. So I got a tech teleporter out here with some defense turrets and some metal spikes. This one has a, what is it called? This one has the excavation rig. So with that, if I right click, it will destroy, well, it will mine items in a specific range. Because I'm linked to a tech-dedicated storage box, it actually takes all of the metal, because I've got that one is for metal. It takes all the metal out of it and deposits it directly into the box. Don't do that. I don't want to do that. I want to go here and return to a base. If you can get one, and the way you tame them is you sort of like hack it, Genesis 2. You need to do missions in order to get the ability to do that. But once you do so, and you get, it's muted gel or muted gen, I don't remember. It will allow you to do all kinds of stuff. All that harvesting. Land here in the dark just so I can show you it's got headlights. Basil. Take the skiff because it's faster. Shoulder like pets like this, like the mini HLNA. They really they don't like when they travel like this. You go way too fast for them. So we're getting close to the swamp. Oh, we're in the swamp. Which means we've passed it. It's right on the edge. I think that's it right there. This is one of my ocean platforms. I have two. We got one at this location and one at another one. Shotgun doesn't work underwater, but the flashlight still does. And since my tech helmet isn't doing what it was because I took it off underwater, this is one of the caves. It's the Caverns of Lost Hope, I think. What? Okay, I didn't think that would work. It just said follow distance medium, and I was like, huh? I don't know if it gets stuck. You can nudge it to kind of push it a little bit. That way you can try to free it up. Hang out right here for just a second. Hold on. something up. And so I've got one of my teleporters over here at the green obelisk. It's the easiest one to get to. I just set up a teleporter spot right there so you can come and go. And we can take all of our critters to the boss fights. Let's return over here. Actually, I learned that this works. I can hover skiff my way back. Let's go to Nathan's house. It's closer, but this way I don't have to worry about it getting stuck in. Uh-oh. Really what you use this for is to tame the Astrocetus. It's the space whale. Yes, space whale. You know what? Let's do this. So one of the things we didn't get to the last time was collecting the artifact of the Sky Lord. Let's go get it. Big fan of the tech hover skiff. I can't bring it with me when we leave though, but not that expensive to make. It's not there, it's not there. There it is. Bunch of argents just hanging out in the water. Let's go get the artifact of the Sky Lord.
Something weirdly nostalgic about this place.
I forgot she
Reckon
does
you
that.
must be used to the odd flash of deja vu, with all those old memory engrams knocking about your head.
Seems an odd thing for a bit of AI like me to be feeling, though.
The whole thing was they gave you this before the release of Genesis if you pre-ordered. Or I don't even remember if that's what it was, but if you wanted a certain caves, she would find basically mini explorer notes, and that would unlock something for you. I think it was the corrupted avatar skin, or maybe it was, I don't remember.
Something weirdly nostalgic about this
Don't
place.
you do that the whole time.
Reckon you must be used to the
That's
odd
gonna be
flash
real
of
annoying
deja
if you
vu,
do that.
with all those old memory engrams knocking about your head.
Seems an odd thing for a bit of AI like me to be feeling, though.
It's a hard kill box. Don't do that.
You're bleeding all over the place. Something weirdly nostalgic about this place.
Reckon you must be used to the odd flash of deja
You keep
vu.
doing that, I'm going to
With all
yank
those
you out
old
of my
memory
slot.
engrams
I'm not
knocking
going
about
to
your
listen
head.
to you anymore.
Seems an odd thing for a bit of AI to feel.
There's bats. Best thing to do here, if you're not wearing tech armor, is to shoot a grapple at the ceiling and sort of reel yourself in. That way you make sure you don't fall and die horrifically. Okay, grappling hooks next time. That scared me half to death. Because they're, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a hard kill box down there. If you sink too low, it'll just kill you. Stop it. I don't want to hear it again. Don't scan it.
Something
Nope.
weirdly nostalgic about this place.
Reckon you must be used to the odd flash of deja vu. With all those old memory engrams knocking about your head.
Seems an odd thing for a bit of AI like me to be feeling, though.
I don't want to do that. So we got the artifact of the Sky Lord. Yeah, the other thing, so you can build on this, I just don't like to. This thing has a little tractor beam on it. Let's find a critter. Dilophosaur. So I've got my little tractor beam, but I can do this. Yeah! And fling it. Throw it at a rock. It's not important. What you can do is you can grab most creatures that are land-based. Yeah, so, like, pretty sure it works with, say, this Pteranodon. Yep, because it'll work on a Quetzal. I don't know who did that with those Rexes. I don't know who they belong to or what the deal is with them, but they're just hanging out there. So you need a Pteranodon, and you can take it to your base. Drop it off. Maybe throw it in a taming cage or something. Doesn't hurt it. The bigger the animal, the longer it takes. But I have you, Bronto. Fly, Bronto! run to one so far. It exited my render range. Out here I've got my fishing platforms and my tree platforms where you can come and collect tree sap. I always put them right here. It's the easiest spot to find. At least when we live on that's on the side of the map we live on. And that's most of what I've done right now. Dino Garage, I like it. I'm happy with it. Got some wiring done there. Oops, foot slipped. Planning on building a few more things. The only other thing I haven't showed you yet is over here. I was up at the top of the map. This is the entrance to the tech cave. I've placed a teleporter here, along with some fencing, to keep us from running critters off of the world and burning them to death. But so you come here to this platform, or this little thing, you put the tribute items in it, that door opens, you have 5 minutes to walk creatures inside, then you head on over to the Overseer boss fight. You have an hour to get through the tech cave. If you don't make it out within the hour, everything inside with you dies, including yourself. All your gear, everything is gone. So you gotta be careful. Make sure you're prepared and ready, and everything that you bring in there with you can fit. That's the problem we had. We went in, I brought a Spino. Spinos don't fit through the door, and it was the first one up there, so it blocked everything. We only got 2 or 3 animals in. Some of my friends walked forward a little bit to see, like, well, what's even in here? I got locked outside. They died. We lost all our stuff. We lost several dinos. Said, forget it. Kicked back. Loaded a previous version of the server, and didn't talk about it anymore.
Your holographic guide.
I do like my little phoenix. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed. Tech bow here. Uh-oh. I need intrude air. Come here, you. Gotten too used to flying around. I need to have something with me that can. So the tech bow works like you'd think it would. It's a bow. I've painted mine. It does metal arrows, explosive arrows, trank arrows, flame arrows, and that's it. Each one uses a different amount of element, as you can see from the element shards I have on me. I can do 500 metal arrows, 31 explosive, 125 trank, 250 flame. And I've got these turrets set up here. Over by the house. They're full. They're full. But I have this box of ammo here. Basically, you just jam ammo in it, you set it up, and it will automatically attempt to refill all of the turrets in range up to whatever amount you told them to fill it to. So it'll go anywhere from, like, I think you can go from like 5% full all the way up to 100% full. Ow. Hurting. Come over here. Go to the garage. Oops. I hate when it does that. So out of the utility animals I spoke of, or the animals I spoke of earlier. Come on. We've got here Piglet. This is Nathan's. Alright, I mentioned this already. They heal. So, what's up, Piglet? Now, out of the rest of my war dinos, we have, of course, the T-Rex. The T-Rex, these were Tech Rexes, specifically. They spawn at a higher level than the standard Rexes do. So these guys actually are capable of doing more damage than a standard Rex. Plus, Nathan has crafted a tech saddle, which, if I remember correctly, it's not that. Button does it. It's control. Let's see. So what that does is gives you plasma cannons. One extra piece to fire around. This is the Uteranus. Named him Zampolit. He's our general, basically. Well, really, he's more like the commissars of old. He does two things. This roar will instill fear in enemy dinosaurs and wild dinosaurs alike. This one will instill courage and bravery upon friendlies. Basically, it stands behind and it does a fair amount of damage. It's comparable to a Rex. It's not as much, but it's not too far off. Oh, Thrizino. Swing and a miss. These guys are cool. Like them a lot. They're incredibly useful.
Your holographic guide.
I know who you are. This is Mimosa. Tap at this bird. If the creature is yours and it's alive, you can hit it with the taxidermy tool, which is from Extinction, and it will give you a dermis or skin, and then you can use that on these taxidermy stands. Wild creatures, I think to do it to a wild creature it has to be dead. You can also do it to your friends, but I think they have to be dead. A raptor? Here you go, Balto. Brought you a snack. You not want your snack, Balto? There you go. Now you got your snack. Oh, still the Astrocetus. Some items I picked up. Let these mate and I'll stick it in the... I'll show you some of the different things you can do. A lot of metal rings on these saddles. Coming up to the end of an era, though. I think Fjordur might have been the last Ark map. I don't know if they're planning on doing more. I really want to do that one because the when you defeat the boss there, they give you a Mjolnir skin for the tech sword, and you can throw it and recall it. But you can also throw it and summon lightning down upon the location of the tech sword, and then you can recall it back to you. It's like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. That sounds ridiculous. Okay. So you can drop the egg between the Dimetrodons. See, incubating, 99%, 0.7, 0.6. You can drop it between the air conditioners, 99.5, 4, 3, or put it in here. So, what you do is you hover over it. If you're looking at the egg, see, my current temperature is 33. The ideal range is there in the middle. So I can do this. Decrease the temperature by 5. And look at that, 28. Dead on where it needs to be. So it'll take it 24 minutes. It's incubating 20% faster because it's at the perfect temperature. I need to make one of these. Actually, what does it take to make one? Because I need to put one over by the aqua dinos for water dinos. I think I need more electronics. Ow. Miscellaneous? No. No. Can't be under furniture. Electric. Need more electronics, more metal, and more polymer. Dang it, Nathan. How much polymer do I need? Structures. Electric. 20 more electronics. So I need composites. I need more silica pearls. Of course I need more silica pearls. Why wouldn't I need more silica pearls? Oh no, I have one for silica pearls. It's gonna be way easier if I do this. Yes. Metrodon eggs. It's my refrigerator for eggs, so I can make kibble. Empty the polymer out of this vault? We did. Delete that folder. Do I still have obsidian in this one? I have polymer in here. Not that. Yep. That in a minute. Where's all my stuff?
HLNA reporting for adventure.
I know you're here. Relax. Oh, let me test something first. Let me see if it's powered where I'm putting it before I do this. It looks like it will be. It is powered. You have to put it underwater if you're going to do underwater eggs. So this way, we tame some stuff. It'll lay eggs. We can hatch them. Pretty good. I want to tame squids. I want to tame me a squid. Thatch. Bunch of it. Wood. Bunch of it. Stone. Bunch of it. I hear compies.
Don't get yourself killed now.
Hey.
Ready when you are.
I'd like to do 3 more. I don't know that I can put any lights underwater. Gives me an excuse to tame some anglerfish, though. You know what I got? There we go. I've got a hatching station now. Underwater lighting. Never mind. Are you making oil? 4.5 hours. Okay. I'll be doing that. And it's 9 o'clock, so return to my home. Set up egg incubation at the water base. Alright, well, that's going to wrap the stream up for the evening. I want to thank y'all for dropping by and checking it out. I'll be live again on Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as long as I don't get called out. Yeah, that's it. I think I'll be doing Sea of Thieves on Friday, like I normally do. Oh, no, I'll definitely be doing that. And if I've got, like, if it's just me or one person playing with me, definitely going to be doing, The Shores of Gold Tall Tale, the last one in the set, because that's all I need to get the gold curse, and I'm set. I'm excited about that. So yeah, thank y'all so much for dropping by and checking it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your night.